let's start. In the ocean, the shallow ocean, we can see fishes such as an Atlantic salmon, manatees, striped basses, staghorn coral. As you go down, you can see a polar bear, because polar bears dive, barramundi, a European pilchard, and a clownfish. And we also see blue tangs, Atlantic cods, a velvet crab, spiny dogfish, the leafy sea dragon, and mahi-mahi. As we go down, we see a spotted bass, a beluga whale, and barnacles and flounder. And we see a bluefish, which is not really blue actually, a great barracuda, and a killer whale, also called an orca. As we go down, past 100 meters, we see a queen snapper, the pelagic stingray, and sea lion, and leptocerus, and a bull shark. Wow. As we go down, we see a black drum. I wonder how it got its name. A green sea turtle, an Atlantic mackerel, and a dentex. The twilight zone. Here is a thick-billed moor dive, a haddock, wolf eel, a chain cat shark, kelp, and a terrible claw lobster. Oh wow, that looks weird. As we go down, we see a weird turtle. It looks weird. I keep on saying weird. Olive Ridley sea turtle and a great white shark, the predator. If we go down, we see a bottlenose dolphin dive, a cockatoo squid. Over here we see a gummy shark. Wait, are the gummy sharks named after this one? I don't know. At 332 meters, this is the deepest any human has ever scuba dived, said by Ahmed Gabber in 2014. Excuse me. As you can now see a blue shark. Oh yeah, it is blue now this time, not bluefish. A firefly squid. Wow, that looks cool. Now 400 meters deep. You see a big-eyed tuna. Wow, let's go eat some tuna. Who's with me? As we go down, see a sea angel. Sea angels are majestic sea slugs that use wings to propel themselves. As we go down, we see a chicknook salmon, and a mako shark. Ooh, see an emperor penguin diving, and a swordfish, the fastest fish. We see a nautilus, the one from Minecraft, and a sumpfish. If you don't know what a sumpfish, they're basically just the biggest thing ever. As we go down, we see a bamboo coral, and a Japanese spider crab. The Japanese spider crab is the largest known crab with a maximum leg span of 3.8 meters. Here's a colosanth. Colosanths were thought to be extinct until found alive in 1938. Excuse me. You see a king crab and a giant Pacific octopus. Wow, that's crazy. Here's a giant oarfish. Giant oarfish can grow up to 11 meters long. We see a monkfish, a Pacific cod, and a Maris orphoscana. Well, let me check if my microphone is on. Yes, thank God. As we go, now we see a Victorniella worm. That's weird. And a sperm whale dive. Wow, that's a giant sperm whale. Here's the leatherback sea turtle. And leatherback sea turtles are the oldest sea turtle species and also the biggest. As we see the Beard's beaked whale. Wow, weird. The midnight zone. No sunlight is able to reach this deep. Many deep-sea creatures cope by creating light themselves, also known as bioluminescence, such as anglerfish. I think it's the exact same as a piranha. Anglerfish have a large bioluminescent lure used to attract prey in the darkness. I think the piranha is if it's in another area. Here's a phronema and an orange ruffy. The orange ruffy can live up to 200 years. Deep-sea life has often have elongated lifespans. A Venus flytrap sea anemone. It actually looks like a Venus flytrap. A blobfish. Yeah, blobfishes actually look like this in water. They're only ugly when they're out of the water. And we see a frilled shark. I'm going fast. And a goblin shark. Goblin sharks is known as living fossils because they're the only living species of a lineage that has existed for 125 million years. We see a bubblegum coral. Yeah, it's purple. A hatchetfish. And a dragonfish. We see... I was going to say dragonfish. It's a big red jellyfish. Many deep-sea species use the color red as camouflage since it's the first color to leave the spectrum as you dive deeper. Here's a Greenland halibut and a giant tube worm. Giant tube Giant tube worms get their nutrients from hydrothermal vents. Yeah, I read that in the book before. Hydrothermal vents are formed from seawater passing through extremely hot volcanic rocks. They release heavy metals that are toxic to most animals. But even in those extreme conditions, specialized life finds a way to survive. Here's a Yeti crab. Yeti crabs live on hydrothermal vents. Here's a six-gilled shark. Six-gilled sharks spend the day in deep waters and the night in shallow waters. They can be found all over the world. Here's the deepest dive of a narwhal. Narwhals dive to this depth up to 15 times a day in search for food. As you go down, you see a jewel squid and a sea pen. As you go up, down. Why am I saying going up? As you go down, you see a telescope octopus. Telescope octopus are almost completely transparent and have unique prouding eyes. Here's a giant isopod. Meals are rare in the deep sea. Deep sea creatures have adapted to this. One giant isopod in captivity went 5 years without eating. Here's a Greenland shark, the ones that live for 600 years, and the colossal squid. Colossal squid are the largest known squid species. They can reach a length of 10 meters and weigh up to about 700 kilograms. Did you know their eyes are as big as a basketball? So yeah, it's much bigger than this, of what you see on the screen. A barrel-eye fish. Barrel-eye fish have a transparent head that allows their eyes to collect more light. Here's an elephant seal dive and gigantactus. Cactus. What? Cactus? Never mind. And here are chimeras, chimaeras, and a squid worm. Is it a squid or worm? It's a worm. We see a black swallower. Black swallowers can swallow an entire fish whole, even those vastly larger than themselves. There's a viperfish and a scalyfoot snail. The scalyfoot snail gets its name from the iron plates on its foot and the iron shell it makes out of iron sulfide. Wow, that's a lot of iron. Here's a vampire squid. Vampire squid eat marine snow, organic material that falls from shallower waters. And yeah, I've heard of it before. Here's headless chickenfish. Headless chickenfish are sea cucumber with wing-like fins that allow them to swim, and a zombie worm. Did you know that sea snow, they actually fall in summer? Here's Cuvier's beaked whale dive. And here's Cuvier's beaked whales are the deepest diving animals. And here's a glass sponge.